Doge.
Easy kill.
I do love Streamlabs OBS. It's a very simple. All right, we're back. Welcome once again, everybody, to the Gauntlet. This, of course, is brought to you by Yummy Cheeseman and his bedroom, where we're currently sitting. We've had a pretty stellar start to this already. One match down, one best of 7. It went the distance, Yummy, but in the end, justice overcame. There was disorder in their court.
It's a big clutch out from Justice, and they were the team that were up and coming last year. So to see them doing so well right now is brilliant. And they have a chance now to go up against the Chiefs. But before we do, I have to give a big shout out Easy Kill, who donated $20. We are a quarter of the way to being able to run a third gauntlet and also to run this second gauntlet next week. And he did say, "Let's go, Justice. Thanks to the stream, Yummy. Much love, guys." I think he did it before Justice won, but it would have been funnier if he was like, "I'm only donating if Justice win." But now that Justice had one, he has to donate more.
That's how it works, exactly. You know, you're locked in. It's just what you're telling me about earlier.
I think
Great
when you
stuff.
win, you're meant to actually get it.
Yeah, well, you know, if you're supporting, I guess it's a whole other story. But thank you guys so much for watching, and for those of you who've donated, thank you for the generous donations to make this next, or the event after the next, even better and definitely possible. That was some words, and here's some more. We've got another match on the horizon. It is going Sports taking on Chiefs Esports Club. Now, Chiefs, they've made a couple of changes, but they are the team that is probably best known. You know, one of the strongest teams the past couple of years.
Well, they've been dominant for 2 years, but in the last year they made 2 roster changes, and one of them was the big one, the loss of Drippe, who is the first player to make the international trip to get transferred over to Evil Geniuses of all teams. So they've lost their big firepower in Drippe. This is the first time we're really going to see them against another OCE team with this lineup. They've played at WSOE, where even though they came 4th at the last RLCS, they came 9th at WSOE. So this is not their season so far. This is their chance to bring it back, and their hopes to really go back to the World Championship this upcoming season and prove themselves once more.
And I'm looking forward to seeing how they play with their new player, Zen, who comes from Order, who we just saw in the last round. And you know, how it all works together well for them. For Chiefs, you know, I think it's a lot to prove. They selected the second seed. Everyone kind of agreed that this is where it should be, and they gave that first one over to Icon. So clearly they want the extra practice. They're confident that they can get into the finals, regardless of who they were facing off against in this round. Let's see if they, put the pedal to the metal.
Well, I know for a fact when I talked to them, they didn't mind what seed, whether it was first or second. You know, they were perfectly happy for Icon to be first. I didn't suggest it or anything. They suggested Icon first, and that was because they were like, we can beat anyone below here. We can beat Order. We can beat Justice Esports, and that'll give us a warm-up match going into Icon, who I think they're still really scared of at the moment, considering their matchups against them last year in the RLCS qualifiers and even in league play of Gfinity Elite Series. Icon had the better of them. So they know that they can get beaten. This is their chance to get into it. And if they don't beat Justice Esports, that is a big statement for Justice Esports to say, we're going to go to the World Championship. We're ready.
Yeah, and that would be a big boost for these guys. Already they have gotten a pretty big mental boost from defeating Order in a 7-game series. It really turned into a nail-biter towards the end, but they looked stronger. For the Chiefs, though, what they have on their side is the experience.
Yeah.
Experience on big stages, much bigger than the stakes we're playing for today. I mean, you just got to look at who's in this lineup. They've got Torsos, who's a player that's been to all of the world championships. Every RO says the only other player from us that's done that is Drippe, and he's gone now. He doesn't count as an OS player anymore, apparently.
So Torsos is the most experienced player, and already we got a goal, and then
Wait, we're in a game
match,
already?
So,
Wait a second. Okay.
It's just gonna,
That's
free goal. You know?
That was a pre-warm-up goal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, easy. Let's not worry about that.
I mean, that's Chiefs getting the first goal, so they've won the first game, right? The other team must have forfeited.
That's how that works.
That's how I play.
It's like scrims in Rocket League, right? You just get one goal, and it's like, all right, it's over.
That's how I play. If someone scores on me, I'm like, well, I can't say anymore because I've never scored more than one goal.
So you're a 1-0 guy, or it's over.
Just forfeit if they score on you at all. That's my motto.
Just leave the game, make it 2v3.
Yeah, leave the game.
That's not fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it looks like we're going to be getting ready for Chiefs to take on Justice. Fresh off that 7-game series, It was a long one. It looked like Justice were maybe going to put it away quickly because they jumped out to a 2-0 start without a whole lot of resistance from Order, who then found their footing and made it a series.
The other thing is they have the chance now to be warmed up. Justice have just played a full best of 7. They have, and we saw that they were slow to start. There were some misses from SD, but by the end, they felt pretty solid. We might see the same from the Chiefs. It's their first game here, the first round here in the Gauntlet, and they might get off to a slow start. This is where Justice Esports are going to have to really take control of this first game.
All right, we have kickoff. Justice will be once again on the orange side. You can see Misty trying to go through there, but it's already going to be a score from the Chiefs. Torsos leads it in 6 seconds of play.
And it's a big pass. It's the 1-2, but look at Torsos being so confident in the midfield. He was the last man back, and yet he knew that Kami was going to get that pass. He trusted him fully, and it led to a goal in the first 6 seconds.
Already starting to see what could potentially become a crisis here for Justice. Pushing that one away. Yeetzy on a great save, but they're challenged a lot more than we saw from the last matchup, which seemed a much more even match. Let's see if Chiefs can keep this momentum going here as Yeetzy picks that one up. It's challenged by Torsos. Kami sends it flying off the backboard. Once more, another demo comes in. It's two-sided this time. Misty misses the ball. Zen's going to pick this up, move it back in for Kami as everyone comes back up. Already we can see that Justice are finding a little bit more of their footing in this one, but giving up that early goal sets them behind. Yeetzy trying to get in for a center. It's intercepted, picked back up before Misty can get through.
Again, Torsos so confident, just getting right in their faces. And this set up an opportunity for Zen. He hits it in. It just gets saved out. The double touch from Yeetzy.
That was so close, and this was the difference between it being a 2-0 game that starts to become less and less manageable against Chiefs Esports Club. Off to a flying start. You talked about being warmed up. Well, it looks like the Chiefs did not need it here, Yummy.
They've got the passes going. They're hitting them well, and they're following up the touches. And even though Zen not playing as confidently as he should, he's still getting to the balls and touching it towards his teammates and working well as a unit.
Already, Chiefs. Excellent start for them, but you see Justice aren't perturbed. Misty sends a shot. It flies a little bit too high and goes off the cross post, the backboard up on the top side. It's turned around by Chiefs once again, a little bit slower this time as EC picks the ball up and it gets intercepted. Now we see a fair bit of bobbling. Chiefs, a little bit better control, but they are losing the ball pretty frequently as it gets closer and closer to their side of the field.
And it really feels like Justice isn't ready for the sheer pace of the game. The recoveries are so fast from Kami and Torsos. They're just getting ever so slightly beaten out. If you just get beaten out by a quarter of a second, that is everything in Rocket League.
It does mean the difference. And one of the biggest differences in this game is, unlike Order, Justice aren't being able to beat Chiefs to it, and then almost goes in again!
Torsos almost did the biggest own goal of his life, but he just gets saved by the side post.
Alright, maybe they did need a bit of a warm-up, but what I was talking about is the fact that Justice aren't picking up every boost this time. Chiefs are making sure that they grab as many of them as possible, and it's a lot harder to beat them there as that ball almost goes in for the third time. It's back and forth, close, nearly knocked in, but just a couple of inches away once more. Yeetzy and Steve picking up the ball. Kami coming in for an intercept and derailing the attack. It's back over. Yeetzy picks it up. It's turned around by Torsos. Misty is there for the defense. and we keep shuffling at midfield.
And despite the fact that we've seen a couple of misses coming out from the Chiefs, opportunities, when we look at them versus Order, the misses were goals that they should have got. Chiefs are making opportunities out of nowhere, and they're just almost getting them. Very big difference in the play.
And they keep control of the ball. They've really not given a whole lot of chances here for that aggressive Justice side to get the ball rolling, and it's forced them into a defensive posture. Steve going to take the ball here and move it past midfield once again, sends it into the waiting arms of Torsos. Ami knocks this one back up and away, and they're just not letting Justice grab an opportunity that could equalize this game.
They're pushing really well out of defense. You see Justice Esports against Chiefs. They get it into attack. They make a play. They're trying to set up pressure, but Chiefs then pass it to the corner and then send it all the way to the other end and just completely stop the attack before it happens.
Chiefs just doing a great job of arresting the Justice momentum, and it seems like that's how you got to play against this team. They were clearly paying attention in the Order matchup, where there were just a couple of holes in the Order counterattack that allowed it to get turned around like that time and again. This time, best chance that there has been, and it's missed by Justice. Steve trying to go up to get the ball off the center. Misty's going to make a second attempt at it, but it is all going to be Chiefs' ball. For a second, Steve centers it once more, but no one is there to make the play. Kami picks this one up and sends it into the corner. On the Justice side, Misty picking this up. We're at 35 seconds left to play. 1-0 in favor of Chiefs, and it looks like they're content to keep it that way.
Torsos was in the chat. He was the one with the most banter, talking down Justice Esports and Order at the same time. He's had to back up his words, but he's done it incredibly well this game.
Well, he's earned that
no
smack
real
talk
mistakes
for sure.
And a big save coming out from him as well right there.
Kami going to try to pick this one up. He turns it around 13 seconds. If Chiefs can get one more goal to put this away for good, they go for it. Kami comes up, doesn't quite get the touch he wanted. Another one off the post, and everybody's missing at this point. Zen takes it in on the third win, and it doesn't matter for Justice, as a 2-0 and a 1-0 means exactly the same thing. Chiefs take game one.
That was actually an insane set of play. The pass from Torsos, but then taking out his teammate as he goes to the ball. Kami sends it over Torsos. Zen hits it, and Yeezy makes the best save of his life on 0 seconds, but it all doesn't matter. Why? Where was that the rest of the game, where there were big plays on attack, there was that massive play on defense, and it was Yeezy all 3 times. He made 3 big saves. He's got 3 saves on the board. And it still wasn't enough because they could never get into attack. They got 4 shots, but no real opportunities.
That was the problem there, that Chiefs just basically controlled it. They did exactly what Justice did in Order game 1. They take a quick goal, totally take Justice unawares, and then they never give them the opportunity. Yeezy did a great job defending. That game certainly could have been a much higher scoring one. So Justice have some hope, but they start off this series down 0-1.
The major thing with Justice is they're not really setting up these big passing plays or anything. They're going for a big individual play, trying to draw out the defense and then punish. But the thing is, there's so much individual ability from the Chiefs esports players that they're able to deal with that and then get the clear. They're working well as a team at the same time.
And you kind of expect this from a team of the Chiefs' caliber as well. Yes, they've made some changes to their roster over time. However, they've got so many trophies in their case at this point. And this is the team that has done so well in the RLCS Worlds, and you have to give them some credit where it's due. Definitely taking it to Justice to kick things off. We are into game 2, however.
And we will say that Zen is the one that has looked shaky, but when you have such consistent superstars like Torsos and Kami, it kind of gives him the ability to be unpredictable, be a little bit shaky, and still get away with it.
And there's time still for Zen to grow into this role as well.
Sure.
So we're definitely not seeing Chiefs at their final form. We'll see how this game goes on. This time, no sneaky quick pickups, and Justice are a little bit more ready for the Chiefs' aggressive attack. Misty picking up the ball, but Zen is going to go try and center it. Sends it a little bit too high. Back over to Misty once again, and we see a few trades at midfield. 15 seconds still in the first minute of play. Zen sending it forward, back off the post once more. Torsos picking it up and sends it higher. A much better defensive play here to start things off from Justice, but you need more than defense to win a game of Rocket League.
Yeah, Chiefs weren't really committing to that. You saw just how far Kami and Zen were staying back and letting the other play happen and just seeing what Justice Esports would do and whether they'd get the clear and then send it back in. This is leading to a lot of pressure. The one thing we know for Justice Esports, they're able to hold on their boost and make a big save.
And that was close. Yeatsy does it again, and this net empty, so he yeets it out of there. Once again, picking up control. Torsos trying to send it back, flying into the net of the Justice lineup, but still we are at 0-0 with a minute and a half elapsed in this game.
That's a good center field from Zen, and this time this is Justice Esports getting an opportunity, but the pass goes behind Misty.
And you see they're just not picking up the boost quite as fast. It's giving the opportunities for Chiefs to steal it out from under their noses. This time, Yeatsy's going to take a couple more. It is still on the blue side of the field. There's a double demo coming in. This is the chance to knock it in. Trying for the quick center, but it's knocked away by Kami. Second win from Yeatsy, and it's just going wild.
Brilliant scramble from Kami as well. He just respawned and immediately goes to the net, knowing that his teammate needs help. A great backup from Kami.
Great backup indeed. Game just about halfway over. We are still scoreless here in number 2. This is a best of 7. Long march going forward, but Chiefs already playing like they have been warmed up for a while here. Yeatsy trying to get the center off. It's turned back around once more by the Chiefs. Here comes Steve. Aggressive attack here, but it's going to get turned around. Yeatsy already sees that one coming, and he gets the save once more. It's sent back by Kami. Still dangerous territory here as the Chiefs try to make a play. And it gets turned around. Counterattacks left and right. Torsos sending it up. Kami tries to pick it. Doesn't happen. Still on the side of the Justice field of play. Steve gets the demo onto Kami, and it's back in their court.
And that was a little bit of the shakiness. We didn't see the trust coming out from Chiefs that we saw earlier in the game, and
that's a long one.
Justice is incredibly aggressive.
They're losing so much momentum if they don't keep the ball in their control, though. You could see how far back it was sent. Misty sends it into the waiting arms of Torsos. Up top goes Yeatsy trying to get this one off to the center again, but still nobody in the goal. Back on the Justice side. Misty scrambles for it. There's a demo. Misty taken out here. Chiefs trying to go for it. Steve with the save. Sends it forward. No one else there. Tries to get the center off. Let's see if they can make this one happen. Here it goes. Yeatsy sends it flying! And it's 1-0 Justice.
Just people going for bumps, people getting this over, and it was Steve that got the clear in the first place. Takes Torsos out of the game as well, and it was just enough for Yeatsy to get that ball past Zed.
Oh, you gotta love Yeatsy, man. He protect, he also attack. Getting a 1-0 here with a minute and a half left to play, and now Justice playing with some swagger in their steps.
That was so important as well.
That was almost the equalizer, or excuse me, almost the 2-0 as Misty tried to knock it forward. Another quick attack attempt, but this time it's turned away. Let's see if they have a chance to turn it around. Chiefs missing the connection, just barely.
It was almost an own goal, and this has set up another opportunity for the Chiefs. Right now, the struggle is real as Zen gets a shot on, and just holding out for now, but look at these passes coming through.
Yeah, Chiefs really kicking things up a notch here in this game. It's a minute left to play, otherwise we'll be in 1-1 territory on the series, and a little bit of a nail-biter there if you are a Justice fan for just a moment, but definitely don't start celebrating just yet. Chiefs still on the attack, trying to move forward. Torsos turning it back in, so close, off the crossbar on top, and it just bobbles, but another attack attempt, and this time Yeatsy tries to clear it. Kami's still there to knock it up in the air.
This third man, Yeatsy, is on fire in defense. That's another 2 saves to his name, and an incredible one to boot, but the pass down is going to be enough. Kami sneaks it under.
23 seconds left, and we've got a tie game here, Yummy. Kami does not give up, does not give in, and unfortunately, Yeatsy can't get the touch this time around. Such a close match.
So smart from Torsos as well. He's up on the roof. He gets it back towards Kami. It's so difficult for the defenders to do anything, and now they're looking to take it back into overtime.
18 seconds left to play in regulation, and Zen picks up a second. You have got to be kidding me. Chiefs might have stolen this game away.
Torsos again, look at this pass. It looked like it was going to hit the backboard. He gets underneath it, flips it up into the corner so it goes down to Zen. This man, he's setting everything up. He's bamboozling the hell out of Justice Esports.
And Justice seeing their hopes of an equalizer fading away. 10 seconds to play. Desperately would need a goal here, but you can see the Chiefs just bopping it back onto their side of the map, and Kami's going to send this one flying. It's going to be over, and it's going to be Chiefs 2-0. Soon as that ball hits the floor, Misty picking it up, keeping this one alive. How long can Justice do this? And the answer is not much longer. Chiefs go 2-0 up in the series.
All of the hopes and dreams of Justice Esports were there. They scored with a minute to go. And then Torsos is their nightmare. Just came crashing down. Got those two massive setups as well. And again, we're looking at Yeatsy. He's that player who likes to play defensively. And he's on fire. Yet it's still not enough against his attack.
It really is, and that's the crazy thing. Yeatsy's been everywhere he's needed to be.
6 saves in 2 games.
And he gets the goal as well. He's on the offense. He's moving around. And this is not to take away from the rest of the Justice players, but they're just a little too slow. And I think a big part of it is the fact that they just can't get the same boosts that Chiefs are grabbing.
The other thing is that they're looking more towards the net and not the intercepts. We're seeing some intercepts coming out from Steve, but then what we saw in that game is the intercept happened and then another pass and another pass. And there's just only so many that you can stop before it's going into your net. And right now, Chiefs are looking really good.
We've got kickoff in Game 3 here. Chiefs could put this one on match point if they can take a win. It was a very even game, scoreless for so long in the last one, and then it just turned on a dime and instantly flipped back on the heads of Justice. They will try to make a play again. This time we switched some colors here. Justice, no, excuse me, they're still in the orange as they push the ball back a little bit further. Misty tries to send this one flying into the goal, but Torsos is there to defend. Great save.
Brilliant stuff as well. Again, it's Torsos. Really seeing that experience come through, but this time it's the rookie that might just set this up. There's one last chance. Yeatsy goes high again.
Oh, the crossbar is just not their friend. Trying to make the play, and it's turned back around almost immediately by Chiefs. However, they also find the backboard, so it continues to be a scoreless game here. So many aggressive attempts from the Justice lineup. Misty sends it in, but it's too high off the backboard. Continually attacking, but no one's at home in the defense here. Slow moving, though. Kami tries to send this one in, and there is the defense once more. It's Steve. They can't get in again. It's Torsos with the score.
The man of the hour gets the power right in the top of the net. Look at this one. Just reads the angle, and most importantly, Steve, Misty, both running back to net already. They weren't in a high boost situation. They were panicking, and that is the opening Torsos will take.
And he will get it in just about as many times as he needs to. So, with 1 minute, 10 seconds down in this game already, the first score comes in Chiefs' favor, knocking on the door to that 3-0 lead. Kami tries to send it in. He gets stymied by a combination of Steve and Yeatsy. Turned back around by Torsos again. Steve is there to pick up the slack and the ball as well. Steve going for the center here, but Chiefs, there! Not in time! Misty knocks it in to equalize.
Straight over the top, he was fast to punish this as well. Zen just misread the corner, and Yeatsy gets it past Kami. 1-0. It's a tied game, and if we can see some more of that from Justice Esports, they can take a game.
It's just proof that Justice still have that razzle-dazzle, but how many times can they pull it off? And they've got to watch their corners. Torso sends it in from midfield to put it up 2-1.
That is such a quick read. He's up before it bounces off the wall, reads it perfectly, and still gets the most powerful shot possible. He didn't even need to hit it that well. He just was like, oh yeah, I can score this wherever I want.
Torso's making this look easy right now, and he is not perturbed at all when the score finally comes in from Justice. He turns it around. We have 3 minutes, 20 seconds left to play, and Justice, will they crumble here, or will they step up to the plate? They took it the distance after a good start, a favorable start against Order, but this time, the shoe is on the other foot, and they're looking for answers in Game 3.
The answer's there, but it's just not enough. There's so many questions that are being asked right now by Chiefs and their attack. And even there, a big save, but it's still not enough. As another shot will rain in. Torsos gets the hat-trick. 3
scores, 3 brilliant shots for Torsos. The man of the hour indeed.
Just another one. And all 3 were involved in that one. Every single player got a shot. So many saves have to come out from Justice Esports. But as we said, there's only so many answers you can give in 5 minutes.
And we are seeing why Chiefs really just have that claim to fame. Even with some changes in the lineup, Kami scores another one. And this game seems to be out of control.
It doesn't get any more perfect from that. Another corner read that Kami just beats. Hits the crossbar, gets down, it's unsavable.
This looks like the Order game where they go 5-2. What do you even do here at this point, Yummy? Do you just try to play and think about the next game?
I don't know. That's really hard because all of a sudden you went from the lead in the last game to being in a loss, and now 4-1. That's devastating, but this is a good little comeback.
Misty does send one flying in here, so they start to bring it back into manageable territory, just kind of finding a hole in the Chiefs' offense. Zen, he doesn't get himself into position in time. He gets a miss. Misty grabs a score, the young rookie here for Justice Esports. Can they do it again, though?
A little bit of their own medicine as well, just putting a shot on, forcing a bad clear, and punishing.
Torsos sends this one in from on high, but now you can see that the ranks have started to close here for Justice Esports. They send it back with all three into Chiefs territory. Misty watching, sending it up. It's going to get bounced back again. He's just going to send it back to his own side, picking up the boost. He's challenged almost immediately, but Yeetzy is there to turn it around. However, the Chiefs are hot on their heels. There's Misty with the pass. Back over to Torsos, intercepted. And Yeetzy's going to go for the clear again.
That's a good one, little 1-2, and that's the counterattack plays, but there's been too many misses, too many little mistakes that have cost a lot for this Justice Esports on the attack.
And Misty nearly gets the center off, but it's deflected at the last second. Zen is going to take the pop up there. It's centered over Justice, and Torsos, you can see him lining a fourth one up there, Yummy, but he doesn't get the chance.
He had it. It was denied at the last second, and that's not going to make him happy at all.
Oh my god, they've got an opener right here, but unfortunately, losing the ball, Misty goes in for the second win. It bobbles on the post. It goes just wide, and Chiefs will thank their lucky stars that they still have a 2-score lead in this game. One more attempt is turned away by Torsos.
I swear that Yeezy was part of that as well. That was ridiculous. It was a great shot by Misty, and it's still not enough.
Justice are running out of time here. 1 minute, 7 seconds left to pull 2 scores and force an overtime. We haven't had an OT in this gauntlet so far, Yummy.
It's been actually crazy, and it's going to be a 4-2 if it goes this way, but right now, Justice keep getting the attack. They've got this second half of the game on lock. They've just given away too much in the first half.
They need to make up a little bit more ground. There's still time to make it happen, but Chiefs are turning it around. They're shaving off as much of the clock as they can. Another attempt by Yeetzy going high, turned around by Torsos. 37 seconds now. Ami watching the ball whiz by his head, but relentless attacks from Justice, but they're leaving their own net unoccupied. Fortunately for them, they keep control of the ball.
The favor was there for Zen because it went up their own backboard. It gave him the time to make the play over the Justice Esports attacker. 17 seconds left on the clock for Justice Esports, or they could go down 3-0 in this best of 7.
And we're running out of time here. They need to get an instant touch if they even pulled the score off. Steve tries to center it off, but he just doesn't get the opportunity, and he's going to watch this game go bye-bye. We're going to be on match point after this. 4-2 is the Chiefs scoreline, and it's all over, but the juggling up top, the ball just about to hit the ground. Chiefs having a little bit of fun with this one, and they try to let it go down, but it's not going to be denied. Finally goes that way, and it is 3-0 for the Chiefs.
That will be all she wrote. Now it's 3-0, and Justice Esports have to not just reverse sweep in a best of 7, but they have to do it against the Chiefs. That is the scariest task. No one reverse sweeps the Chiefs. And it is going to be incredibly tough now for Justice.
One of the tallest of orders they could possibly face. Justice were the underdogs, not even expected to make it.
Mm-hmm.
And it took them 7 games to beat Order here, but Chiefs might knock them out with only 4.
There's some good moments, though, from Justice. Some really good counterattacks going in, fast plays, the shot that forced out the defense, and then the follow-up as well. They're finding those good rotations now in attack, but their defense is letting them down as Chiefs are just able to get the hit on, and no clears at any point in time, no defensive passes to get that ball out immediately.
Yeah, and that's with the Yeetzy pulling off 6-7 saves per game at this point. It's crazy the effort that man is putting in. We'll see if Justice can start the comeback as we are here into Game 4. It starts off with Kami trying to shepherd a ball right into the net, and this time he's turned away. Steven Yeetzy comboing up to try and send this one. Here goes Misty looking to send it forward. Chiefs ready for it, and it does go a bit wide. Double demos. Yeetzy takes out Torsos on the opposite side, and it's going to go back to midfield once more.
Really smart from Kami as well. He didn't have boost, he just stayed behind it, and he ends up getting the perfect 50 because of it.
It's going to go back Chiefs' favor, trying to get this ball centered. Zen was there, ready for the play, but he gets bopped up and down. Misty takes control, takes possession, looks to charge this one in, dodges out from one defender, but Zen is there with the boost to turn him back around again. Here's Torsos, doesn't get a chance at it. Kami is there, goes over his head. So far, Justice, they've had a decent grip on it, but they lose control, and that is all Chiefs need. Kami takes the first score of the game.
And a brilliant communication. They told Kami he had some time. Misty turned so fast, and he's still able to get up just in time, beat him out, and score that goal.
Chiefs are some serious speedy boys right now. They're grabbing all the boosts. They're getting the jump on to Justice. 1-0 up, and this could be the last game for Justice Esports. If they can't pick this one up, they will be out of the Gauntlet in third place.
At least they will have something, but they wanted so much more. They wanted to make a real statement here. And if you want to get to RLCS, this is the team you have to beat first. And right now, it looks like they might just be on the 4-0.
I think they really need to level up before they can face off a raid boss like Chiefs. It's looking that way, Yummy. Couple of chances still remaining. There's 3 minutes, 38 seconds, and down 0-2 Zen. What an angle.
Brilliant play as well. Torsos setting that up. Gets that backboard incredibly high. You can see Misty was ready for a backboard. He was playing at that back post, wanting to go up, and it was just too high for him. And then Zen finds that perfect angle. And we talked about Zen struggling a little bit in this series. That doesn't matter. That was a really good shot.
Yeah. The former Order member comes alive here on this Chiefs lineup, finding a goal for himself. And between him and Kami, they're really stepping up. And Torsos has already been off to a great series already. And now it's 2-0, 3 minutes and some change to play here. Yeetzy pulls off another save, but you got to think he's getting tired.
It's tough. He's been going at it hard, but I'm sure he's ready to get on attack, and he just can't find that opportunity.
This is so tough right now if you're Justice. Seeing your tournament hopes fade away after what was a great upset over Order. Demo comes in, Yeetzy knocks out Kami. They try to get the center, but again, the scramble, this time from Zen. Second wind, Misty scores, 2-1.
So much confusion, chaos in front of the net. Steve gets that nice little pop out. The second touch from Yeetzy, no one's expecting him to be there, and that sets it up perfectly for Misty.
And Misty seems to thrive on these chaotic moments. He's always coming in out of nowhere at the last second. The guy's a bona fide superhero, as far as I'm concerned, and he might have just saved the chances here for Justice, but they need to get another one to equalize this game. Kami sends it in off the backboard a little bit high. Torsos still maintaining control of the ball. Here's Misty, Yeetzy clearing it away, looking for an opening. Is Kami, comes through, Steve on the top side. Pushes this one back. Here's Torsos. And he's just such a patient player, waiting for the moment that he can just shepherd this one through. Misty trying to knock it away, but that's not the greatest clear we've seen. Yeetzy's going to have to take it. It's passed back once again to Misty, looking for an opener. Torsos is there to ruin their plans.
It has been so incredible to see Torsos play. He's really stepping up to the plate on this new roster. He's just doing so much work. He's so unpredictable. He's the one setting up the goals. If he keeps doing that, we're expecting a 3-1. But Justice Esports, they're putting in some good passes in front of net.
Yeah, they're certainly giving the Chiefs really all they've got here. Trying to go the distance. They'd have to pull the reverse sweep, and they've got 1 minute and 50 seconds left to find the equalizing goal. Misty goes in again, but this time it hits the crossbar on the top. So close to going in, but there are so many chances here for Justice.
We've seen them go high far too many times. You have to try and get the best possible shot. You need to get that ball high in the net when you are against such good defenders, but it may mean that you end up going too high. A miss coming out from Kami.
Yeah, the counterattack you've got to watch on the opposite side. Luckily for Justice, Chiefs missed that one. Torsos is there for the intercept as the counterattack went through. Misty on full boost, tries to get it centered into field. Steve will take it at a bit of a wonky angle, trying to get it in again. This is another attack here. Misty going high, just juggling it up, and it's sent into the arms of Steve, but he can't quite find the opening he needs, and it's passed back immediately from Kami. It's going to go up in just over the net. There's the clear from Justice.
It's a clear, and had to use Torsos as well to get that extra bit of power, but even now, so much pressure going on, and another opportunity. Look at these passes in the midfield. Just so much trust with each other, so much teamwork, and it just puts Justice Esports on the defense every time.
And that's exactly how Chiefs want to win this one. They can make it a perfect series in just 30 seconds time, but they were flirting with disaster there as there was almost an opener for Justice to take it. 30 seconds remaining, 30 seconds on Justice Esports. Hopes in the Gauntlet. Can they make it happen?
This is so tough for Justice. They've had so many good opportunities.
And it's going in for Kami! That's gotta be it!
It has to be. It is all over. Chiefs take it. A disappointment for Justice Esports, but 4-0 for the Chiefs.
Right after the demo, the coordination there could not have been better, and that is the nail in the coffin if you're Justice Esports looking to go down 0-4, 15 seconds left to play. Do they have any more magic up their sleeves? 10 seconds now as Chiefs maintain control of the ball. The light is fading out here. 3 seconds to go, going up, and this time it was going in Justice's net. They've got no time left. This is going to be it. Just playing around with the ball. It'll fall onto the ground, and that is it. Chiefs take the clean sweep.
Well, their confidence was well deserved. They made it into the grand final against Icon in what had to be a dominating fashion. They were really putting on a show there. They were showing that, I mean, even at the end there, Zen was still not confident. He was still rushing back to net and not having the impact we'd love to see from such a mechanical player. But it still was so much. And if they bring back that and more to the RLCS qualifiers, I'm going to be so scared for Icon, for everyone else trying to take them down.
And we get a little bit of a preview of what that might look like with the matchup coming up next. The grand finals will feature Chiefs versus Icon, and I think everybody expected this to be the case.
Yep.
However, Justice did fight them out. It's unfortunate that the results don't really reflect it, but Chiefs just...
They put on a show, though. They took down Order. That's a big first statement. You know, if they could come third they came fifth last season in the RLCS qualifiers.
Right.
They did better when it came to the Gfinity Elite Series. And now they're in a spot where they can come third, they can keep pushing, they know how close they are, and they've guaranteed their spot in the next Gauntlet.
So far, not looking too shabby for Justice Esports, but they do bow out here in third place, automatically qualified for the next iteration of the Gauntlet. However, the finals will be Chiefs Esports Club versus Icon, and we are going to get back to that one in 5 minutes. We'll be on a quick break. Don't you go anywhere. The Gauntlet will conclude.